Hello everyone, this is Bigalski.
And this is JTB.
And this is my struggles and hopefully helpful tips for people trying to get through Battle of the Abyss Phase 3 on my Master Ninja mission mode run to 50. This took me a long time to do. I mean, I said it would. This is what I think. This picture right here is what Marbus thought of me. And that's kind of what I thought of him. I just thought it was kind of funny. But there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in this. And
This video is going to get blocked now on YouTube.
Yeah. But watch the random positions. So, see now there's a slider. This is 6 attempts total in a row. So every time I let the enemy spawn, it always was a slider. And then if I moved as soon as it started, before they all spawned, now there was the cats. You don't see the slider anymore.
Yep.
So I just thought that that was kind of interesting, because in my old video, I used to start and spawn the slider and then go from there. Whereas now on the Xbox One, that slider didn't always spawn. These are smoke bomb problems where you think maybe smoke bombs are going to help you out, and that's just not the case. And you know, you see me starting a lot. See that little... See, okay, you know, you just think that that's going to be safe.
Yep. No, I just noticed every one of those was a cat fiend too. The cat fiends were just, you know, it's like, nah, they're just not having it.
You know, that Marbus, I kind of thought, okay, well, I dropped a smoke bomb. Marbus is not near me. That's me, yeah, just... you know. These videos are going to go by really fast, and it's just to kind of give people ideas of all of the struggles that I went through, and maybe it can help them. See, like me thinking that I dropped a smoke bomb, Marbus wouldn't see me. Nope, that smoke bomb is like a, you know, laser target on him.
Cat fiend again.
But look, I do it again. Okay, I'm going to continue this. So that's the reason I start a lot over, because if you take a lot of damage at the beginning, or you're going to have a hard time going through this whole mission, because you know you're not supposed to use elixirs or supplies or anything like that. So if you start at an advantage or a disadvantage by losing a lot of health, so I just start over. So trust me, there was a ton of restarts.
Yeah, and I think we probably mentioned it before, but in this mission you don't have Tranquility, which is a big difference. Usually when you farm Marbus, like, you have access to that.
See, there was no reason for me to stay on. So that was one of those instances where you jump on the head. So, and sometimes that's going to happen right there, but you jump on the head thinking you're going to come back. There's me not being able to connect with my Azuna drop at the beginning sometimes. I don't understand why it would do that. Maybe that was
pretty questionable.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you would think with me going that one way, he would continue to throw it in that direction, but he'd already started throwing it the other direction.
Yeah.
And also, some of these random things that it looks like it hits me in the video where I finally do it, you're going to see me, it's like, well, wow, if he got hit before, why didn't he get hit again? Look how far that thing went.
Yeah. Sometimes the game gives you a little bit of mercy. Like, sometimes attacks, as we said, you know, they usually make up for that. When the game gives you a break, it usually makes you pay for it too. Yeah.
Well, this funky camera positions, you'll see the camera, it kind of goes with Marbus, and you wonder, like, well, why did you go that way? See, I think here it comes, like, here, like, I'm trying to jump out here, and I'm not jumping out. So I think I even try to drop a smoke bomb. I see him coming. Now look at me. See, I'm trying to get the Berserker while Marbus is down. So I just like, you know what, let me just start. There was no point to keep going with that. But if you notice, you'll see the camera. Is this one of them? Oh, this is me, I think. I'm trying to get him to shoot the fireballs at me. But if you looked real quick there at the end, I thought I was going to jump right, and it changed the camera back to where I ended up going straight. Again, that was another, the camera flipped on me. That's the reason I roll jumped one way and went the other way. That caught me off guard. See how it changes with Marbus right there?
Yep.
So, I mean, all of that you got to worry about too. I'm telling you, man, that messed me up so many times. And maybe it's not bad for people who have better movement, but it was tough for me. I know where all of this stuff is going fast. Me jumping on those heads, sometimes by mistake, that you don't want to. I think, do I come up and do that? No, here's what I get. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, did you see the damage?
That dive bomb hit you twice too. Yeah.
Well, that was the...
I'm pretty sure that hit you... It went by quick, but looking at the health bar, that took you down to like almost the karma window.
Yeah, I got... see, there's the slider that can come in on you. But again, if it's catching up, see, I don't always do it with the... That was so bad right here. Because you're in recovery frames and there's nothing you can do. Boy, some of the stuff that I'm saying is going to not make any sense because you can't comment on everything that's happening like that. I tried to jump away not knowing I was going to jump on their head. And then, that happens by mistake.
Just the amount of minions you have to deal with here. So you've got 5 minions to deal with. And oh god, that was...
Yeah, I got Flying Swallow during my Azuna drop.
Yeah.
And then got Dive Bon. Just some random chip damage right there. That happened. I mean, maybe people, when they watch it, they can slow down the sections or pause. And, kind of see what I'm talking about. There's me jumping on the head while the Azuna drop isn't connecting. I think I totally end up changing what I'm going to do. Sometimes you can finish that out. Sometimes you can't.
Man, this just reminded me how brutal this mission is. It's just...
Oh, well.
Not having Tranquility is a huge deal here. Like, say, every other time you fight Marbus, if I remember rightly, bar Descent of the Fiends 5, maybe? I think you have Tranquility.
Here it comes. Here it comes real quick. Sorry. So watch. This is in real time. Watch what happens. I've never seen this happen before, and we'll get back to what JTB was saying in a second. So here he comes as I'm coming out. It's like, let me get out of here. Look at that. So here it comes in frame by frame.
That's a really funny picture of Marbus.
Yeah, look at how much damage that is. I'm like, okay, well, he'll knock me down, but now notice how I'm going back up in the air from where I should go. So now, watch the damage again. So he connects with me twice. I've never seen this happen before.
It's almost like he kind of carries you up into the air, yeah.
Yeah. So again, as he's starting to come down, I'm going higher. Or maybe it's because he's also going lower too. But look how high I get up in the air.
Yeah, you can't even see like the floor.
See, if you look at the backdrop, my legs are going higher than it.
Yeah.
It's like when he slams, here it goes, it's pushing me up again.
It's just funny seeing this frame by frame. Like,
yeah, I had to do it. So all of that stuff, I mean, it's crazy, and we'll get into that when we talk about the regular video, because I finally did do it. Now this, for the ground slam troubles, I put this together. One time I was able to get away, so I released, just a tad bit early, but watch. One time was in recovery frames and it didn't hurt me. The other time, it felt like I couldn't move either way. And so I don't know why one time it connected and damaged me, another time it didn't. Watch this. This is, I have my block on, and I guess he breaks my guard right next to it. And
yeah, that can happen when you block that. Because if you block him like not at the very end of that move, like he basically still has active frames, so sometimes he can break your guard, and if you roll like too early to cancel it, like he'll just hit you, like he'll just nail you in the roll. Yeah, and then I think being next to the wall, that's what does all that double damage.
Now this right here, the can go wrong slow. I really thought I was going to do this here. You know, here comes the Berserker. I've got plenty of UTs. I've got good time.
Yeah.
I don't want to use any health. I mean, that's the whole goal of this. During the farming section with the nunchucks, if you had the Tranquility like we were talking about, you could just put that on.
Yep.
So again, I think I missed my X plus A, but I'm still looking around, and you see how that camera can be a little confusing whenever he swoops by you. But again, I'm still okay. Then he blocks it.
Now, if Marbus kills the Berserkers, it's one of the only exceptions.
See, did you see that?
They don't spawn. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
See, why wouldn't that go towards the Berserker instead of Marbus? And that just totally threw me off. Yes, and if Marbus does kill the Berserker, you don't get the credit for it. There I go, I missed my forward Y. Oh, trust me, this was painful. And see, there's me not... I think I don't let my thumbstick off, so that messed me up. Instead of, how do I miss my forward Y? Boy, this is painful to watch.
The Berserker is being a real dick as well.
And then I missed... But see, here we go. I'm still, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was disgusted. That was the one where I sent you the text or whatever. Again, sorry, people. You know, we're watching this for the first time together, so, you know, we might talk over each other because it can go wrong fast in a lot of different ways, and hopefully people have a chance to kind of look at it for themselves and understand. Hopefully this will help people understand some of the patterns and the struggles that I had. So here comes the Berserker. And again, I think I'm in good shape here. This is the first Berserker.
Yeah.
The other one was
he
the
has
second
two.
Berserker.
I don't know if we mentioned that. Yeah, he's got two Berserkers.
Yeah. And, you know, I knew I was going to take a little chip damage here, but let me start getting out of the way here. And then just a bad jump. Then let me jump on his head. But because of the curvature of the arena that you're in, my jumping on his head and landing, it didn't land me the normal distance than you usually do if you're just doing it how you would think you would land. So since I was closer and didn't have my block on because I was going to forward Y, that's the reason he was able to hit me. So be careful of these, the random or the circle of the arena, because those edges can mess you up. And the thing about this one is, again, see, this is my second Berserker. As I talk about this in the original video that we had done for this one, to don't get in front of Marbus whenever he's on the ground. Mm-hmm. And I tried to do it anyway. You know, I said, I just need one more hit. I just need one more hit. Don't forget the smoke bombs, because they do help.
They are very good on the Berserkers. They can buy you a little bit of time.
A couple bad jumps where the first one was bad into me, but the second one was the camera changed on me. So I think here it is, right here. Let me get him. Nope.
Oh.
So that was boy, that one really sucked. I knew it, but I said, well, you know, maybe if I can just get it in there real quick and get the forward Y and then jump out. But I probably should have rolled through a smoke bomb and just went in forward Y at him. So this is the same. This is another clip that I did, and this is the first Berserker. And really, what you want to do, I mean, it just went, again, perfect for me. Just the timing of when Marbus would fly or fireball, or, you know, whenever I could get on the head or jump on his head. See, like right there. See, that's
that's
like
a really
me.
good style, yeah.
Yeah. But see, that's kind of what you wanted. I mean, if it would all be that perfect, I'm like, oh my God, this is great.
I mean,
I'm going to go, do what?
I was gonna say, if Marbus does kill the Berserker, it's one of those things like, you know, depending on what your score, you know, depending on what you're going for, you know, if you're not worried about getting, you know, both of those Berserkers, like, compared to your UTs, like, you know, they're not worth a ton of points compared to UTs, so, but if, you know, you definitely want to try and get the kills. That can be one thing that can really ruin a good run. If Marbus kills both Berserkers, and you have a really, really good run, you know, that will cost you, you know, your run in what you're going for, because the Berserkers are worth 7,000 points, you know, end game. No, 7,500 rather. So if he kills both of them, you know, that's 15k, and you're not going to make that up, you know, anywhere else in this mission.
Well, see, I think that was the it turned on me. I think the camera turned on me again, and now, of course, I'm in all-out panic mode.
Oh, so, God, that was cheeky.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was like, I thought I was going to do great on the first Berserker, and then that's how the second Berserker went during that mission. But my recommendation, believe it or not, is if he had killed both of those Berserkers, I would have been okay. You know, look, I'm okay. The bad part about that is I'm not worried about the UT points, because you can get 50 UTs in this. It's really not that bad. Hard to do in terms of single hit nunchuck UTs, or even 2-hit nunchuck UTs. You'll still get your 50 UTs. It's losing out on the blue that you get when you kill the Berserker.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that blue is worth way more, because they drop a really, really chunky blue orb. So, you know, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it's almost like a quarter of your life bar they give you back when you kill them.
So, to kind of go over the video, I mean, we thought it was going to be long at 16 minutes, and it went by really fast, as usual. We knew we weren't going to be able to talk about every clip, but sometimes jumping on their head is not the answer. Sometimes dropping a smoke bomb is not the answer. I would sit there and as far as the camera goes, really pay attention to what Marbus is doing, because whenever he swings around, that could change your camera focus. And that hurt me probably more than anything. And getting the first set of killing the 10 enemies with him was not always the top priority in terms of, well, make sure you UT the Black Cat for sure. I just wanted to get through it, because I knew if I could get all of my 50 UTs, I would break 1,000,000 points.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going for, and we'll talk more about that in the next video. But any kind of tips here that you saw out of all this mess that could maybe help people
only
out?
Aside from like camera control, but it's, as I said, like with a lot of things, it's easier said than done. And you just kind of have to suffer through it, really. Marbus, you know, it's one of the things with NGB's mission mode. It's a similar case in NG2, I suppose. You know, nowhere in the story mode do you have like 5 enemies with Marbus at the same time, and you don't have that combination of enemies either. The inclusion of the slider fiend, they're just a real pain. You know, they're constantly guard breaking you. You've got the cat fiends to worry about. It's tricky. Like, you know, you really just have to. That's one of those missions you just kind of have to play it a lot. You really do.
And like I think people saw it, I would get slidered from across off camera that I didn't expect to happen. I mean, whenever I would land it after jumping on their head to a Zuna drop, here comes the slider, you know, knock me down, stab at me a little bit, getting swiped by the imps sometimes out of your, after you do your Azuna drop or maybe a UT, they'll come and slap at you, and then that'll break your guard enough to get flying swallowed by the cats. It took me a lot. Now, of course, I will say, if I wanted to put some health in, I might have been able to break 1,000,000, even if I put a great a great spirit elixir in with what I got on my final score. So we're gonna do the commentary on the video of me actually going through it, and we'll talk more about of these things then. But hopefully people can maybe watch certain sections here, see what I messed up on, see what I didn't mess up on, but understand, hey, dropping a smoke bomb in this instance when you're not sure where Marbus is and he might drop on your head because you're in recovery frames. Using, I just used the Dobby in the XXX string, and instead of like the Dark Dragon Blade with just a forward Y, because I kept missing my damn forward Y.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you. I'm surprised here in this Berserker mission that I had. The Berserkers, I miss my forward Y a lot. I would like do jump Y, I guess because I don't know if I just didn't push the button far enough or fast enough or push the Y too fast because I was nervous about it or something like that. But needless to say, this is going to take practice for most people. I mean, maybe, hopefully it won't for most people. Hopefully they'll do it on the first few tries.
I mean, it's always nice, but then, as I said, this game, when it gives you a break, it usually makes you pay for it later. So
right. Well, like I said, on some of those where I got slammed down on, I mean, I thought I was doing the right thing. My UT's going, and that one of the slam troubles, where he was just able to, it's like, well, I have my block on, or I rolled out of the way, and I still got hit. I don't understand why that happens. Or I'm finishing up my UT, and I feel like I'm in recovery frames, and I still got slammed on it, did damage. And that's damage that, again, if you're not going to use elixirs, which if you're trying to do it how we're talking about, you can't get that health back unless the Berserker's there, and then hopefully Marbus won't kill it. That happened to me a couple times too. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, let me just kill the Berserker. You take a little chip damage. You fight the Berserker for 60 seconds or whatever, and then Marbus kill the damn Berserker, and you don't get any health back. So,
and you lose your points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But look, hopefully this helped a lot. I know it was a little confusing. It was to us, especially me. But maybe it'll help. And that's all, I can ask for is my mistakes and my struggles can help other players out. But I believe that's it. We're going to get to the main one. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Any final comment on this that you can think of? Or
no, not really. I think we've covered pretty much everything that can go wrong, which is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Y'all take care. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.